afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Mythgard in Middle-earth. My name is Corey Olsen, the Tolkien Professor, joined as always by my friend Gryfflet 1. I am shifted to the Peregrine server, but I'm still in the middle of the transition. So, you know, there's still issues. So I still have, like, the Super Score 1 on my name. But it's okay. It's okay. We can still proceed. But there we are. Okay, anyway, today is a big day. Because today we're going to try to actually, really, and truly finish Dor Amarth. That's my goal for today, because I just got a distressing number of like vector adjacent quests, but not quite vector quests. So we're going to clean those up, and then we're like pretty well done. So there we go. There we go. All right. Let us figure out where the heck we are. Oh, and of course, if I'm super fortunate today, I will get a chance to like look far and wide over this blasted landscape for lost pages. But okay, so I need to do all these things, scouting locations of spiders and whatnot. Okay. So I've got the Disorder of the Eye up here. I've got raiding parties right here. So let's start with that one. All right. There we go. I hope everybody's doing well today. Let's go stealth up here as per normal. So who am I looking for? Raiding parties. Easterling raiders and captains? Really? They're like right here, are they? Where? Up here? On this desolate hillside? Should I be like overturning the rocks in order to find where these Easterling captains are hiding? Seriously. I am, according to the map, right in an Easterling raider hotspot right here. Here I am, going along in the midst of nothing but seething hordes of Easterling raiders and captains. And there is, like, not a biped in sight. Let's see who's around the fire. Okay. It's, I see Drew Spire's explaining why Gryfflet is Gryfflet Super Score 1 right now. Ah, I thought, look, I see some bipeds. Oh no, they're good guys. They're not. No, they're not good guys. What are they doing? Where are they running off to? That is so. I thought those were PCs when I saw them running around like that. Yeah. What? I have never seen NPCs in that big of a hurry. Well, they're making me tired just looking at them. All right. Forget. I'm gonna look for an actual camp. Hey, wait! Don't I have a quest for you? That's right. I'm supposed to gather meats. Yes. After having like wandered past like hundreds of those things. Do I need salamander meats? No. Nobody wants salamander meat. Dragon meat? No. No one's interested in that either. Yeah, I've been passing those rhinoceroses for, like, the entire time, and nobody cared. But now, in the 11th hour, I'm given a quest. It just seems a really strange quest to put at the very end of the chain. right? Oh, and having, like, solved almost all of the problems in this area, could you also do some light hunting for us? Like, okay. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. Now, here we are. Once more. Entering... I guess it is those, like, speedy fellows I'm looking for. Oh, there we go. I, like, got them to stop anyway. I mean, I admire their, like, you know, commitment to aerobic exercise, but yikes. Okay. I thought I'd be looking for camps, not for sprinters. Yikes. Okay. All right. Okay. This is such a weird question. Hey, did they count for meats? They do. Excellent. Ooh, did I get 2 meats from that guy? Or did I get, maybe I got 2 meats from the other guy. Yes, I did. The rhinoceroses are worth 2 meats. Hey, here's one. I can't believe I just uttered that sentence. Rhinoceroses are worth 2 meats. Oh boy. Well, okay, intermittently, apparently worth 2 meats. Because that one was only worth 1. So wait, distraction will stop them running? Wait, where did it go? Diversion. Okay. Alright, I'll give it a shot. Next time I find one of those sprinty fellows. Okay. I really can't ever remember seeing NPCs run that fast. I only wish the NPCs that, like, we get paired with would run that fast. Oh, there they are. Okay. Hark. I see chaotically running people. Come back. You're too far away for me to divert you from your course, running away from everything. Darn it. Hey, it didn't work. It didn't stop. But I can't catch up to them to hit them. Oh, and now I got pulled out of stealth by a stupid dragon. These people are ridiculous. Like, seriously. I'm pursuing the cross-country team here. Alright, now that I'm fighting everything in the region... Everything in the region and a bat. At least that dragon doesn't seem to chase me. Yikes. Oh man, that was only... I still need a bunch more of them. So, yeah. Diversion got me nothing. I'll try it on the captain next time, see what that does, but... Okay. Alright, let me distract myself with a lore question. Distract myself from being frustrated by these combats. Okay. So, Sika Parma asked before why Sauron didn't raise any dragons the way that Morgoth did. That's an excellent question. It certainly seems like a good idea, right, for Sauron to breed himself some dragons, right? Why didn't he do it? And I think the answer is he couldn't. I think he would have done if he could do. So the thing to remember is that Sauron may be, in a sense, Morgoth's successor, but he is, like, possibly a couple orders of magnitude weaker than Morgoth. Morgoth was a cosmic force. Sauron was powerful, but, I mean, just not anywhere in the, in the vague ballpark of Morgoth. So that's the main thing. Also, keep in mind, one of the primary dynamics of the Morgoth situation, of Tolkien's bad guys in general, is that there's always an element of self-destruction involved in all evil. It's just by the nature of evil, what it means to be evil. And with Morgoth in particular, it's with Morgoth that kind of element of that element of his nature, of his activities, is particularly clear, or sort of manifests itself in a particularly visible way. And that is that he was determined to gain dominion over the world, to dominate things, to bring everything completely under his power and authority. And he did this by dispersing his own power. There he is. Let's see. Hey, it worked. Worked on the captain, but not the other guy. Okay. Oh, great. Now that, goat is going to attack me too. Anyway, so he disperses, he can exert his power to dominate and control other things, but he can only do this by weakening himself. 'Cause there's a kind of like, when it comes to evil exerting itself like that, there's a kind of, law of conservation of matter, he only has so much power. He only has so much of himself, and he puts himself, so he can make really powerful things. He can twist the elves into orcs, in the one version of the story, which Tolkien quickly rejected, but Christopher Tolkien retained. However, he needs to spend a bunch of his own power to do that, and he ends up, dispersing himself. Phil, that's exactly right. There ain't no such thing as a free lunch. Teinstoffel definitely applies to evil people. So, Morgoth could make dragons. That was a big operation. Now, that operation is never described. We don't really know what was involved in the process of making dragons. It isn't specified. Why do they always run straight away from me? Woohoo! Alright, I'm getting a little better at this pursuing running people thing. Okay. Phew. Alright, so I've got the meats. I've finally finished chasing the cross-country team. I need to go back to Aiglos. Yes. Go back to Aiglos. Which one is the purple? Welcome to provisions. Oh, I got to go cook the meats. Right. Well, I'm right here. Okay, so I got to go back to Aiglos. All right. And the location of the spiders, the Lhingris threat. Where's that one? Oh, down there. Okay. All right. No problem. I'm still right here. Let me go ahead and cook the meats, just in case it sends me out on a secondary quest. I think they must be worried that I'm a great elf warrior of some kind. Else, why would they be sprinting away from me so assiduously? Anyway, okay, so back to dragons. So Morgoth could do it. I still think, based on the very slight evidence that we're given on this subject, I still think that the most likely way in which Morgoth did that was that he took some beast, probably one of the beasts that he himself had designed, Morgoth himself had designed. Oh, I forgot I wasn't stealthed. And, wait, where am I supposed to cook these things? Not in bats, obviously. Hang on a second. Cook it. What do I cook it over that drake there? Do I have to cook it over these open flames? That's the plan? That is the plan. Okay. I just put it on a stick and... We don't have fires back in the camp like civilized people? Okay, so I'm putting 2 of these rhinoceros steaks on a long stick and holding it over a sulfurous, fuming pit of flames. And whom am I feeding this to? It's true, you just don't get the same taste over a campfire. You have to let the, like, you know, what was the line they gave to Boromir in the movie about Mordor? A poisonous fume, wasn't it? Something like that. Okay. Wait, hang on. Where do I store them? Do I have to bury them somewhere under the ashes or something to... Store them for Ingold. Yeah. Oh, you'll love these. Special made to order. Ingold, what do you think?
Come then.
Oh, yeah. No, this is for the cross-country team. Oh, but I get my hat! It was all worth it. I take back all of my hard words. Okay. Does this have more motes of enchantment? Oh, yeah. I'll put that thing on. It's worse in most other ways, but I need those motes. Oh, hang on a second. Wait, let me make sure I equip it cosmetically first. Because it is an invader's coif. And so I can finally replace my Helmet of the Reclaimed City from ages ago. And this is going to look identical, right? Oh, no, it is not. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Looks kind of dorky, but it's different. Okay. All right. Great, now I will equip it actually and factually. Okay. Very good. Hey, look, I am just... It's not about style. Because, like, I don't think these cosmetics look particularly awesome. I mean, it's fine. But it's not like this is my favorite thing. It's just like the set. Okay, so now I have my Invader's Coif, my Expeditionary Kamau. Invaders, Expeditionary, kind of interchangeable, and I think they look identical. Invader's Hauberk, Expeditionary Gauges, Invader's Pants, and Expeditionary Boots. Okay, and then my cloak is, which cloak is it? The Invader's Cloak. Great. So I could maybe replace my Expeditionary stuff with so I could have a full Invaders. So I would need Invaders camels and what else? Gloves, right? Okay, so gloves and shoulders and boots. But you know what? Like, I can live with this. Maybe we'll start a new set soon. What's in the crate? Oh, nothing. But now meats are in the crate. The cooked meats.
Come, come.
Thank you, Gryfflet 1, for cooking and storing the meats you have gathered. Oh, yeah. No, they'll... Yeah. All the best to you on that. And the good news is I'm not getting replacement quests. Did you notice that? I think I'm actually being done. Okay, so I'm going to save Aiglos for last. Let us go south. I'll do the semi-vector quest, and then I'll do the spider semi-vector quest. I know, I'm supposed to go south or west. I'm starting to feel like vaguely browbeaten by these particular vector quests. I have so many. I get it. I can go one way or the other, or probably both in whatever order I want. I totally am tracking. All right. You wonder whether Teriadwyn is watching her pupil and approving? I don't know. Like, certainly it was Teriadwyn who taught me all about cosmetic stuff, but I can't claim to have, like, taste or, like, resources. Like, I've still never dyed anything in my life. But it's fun. It is it is to me collecting the, ooh, look at that. It's another evil glowing green swimming pool. To me, collecting the cosmetics, the regional cosmetics, has been a fun kind of spin-off of being a quest completionist here. Okay. All right. So these vector quests are encouraging me to blow past all of those things. Oh, okay. Now whoa. Hang on. What's going on? Where are we? Now I'm actually in Talath Urui. You know what? Never mind. These aren't vector adjacent quests. They're just vector quests. Fine, I give up on these. Or rather, hang on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna deselect them until it's time. They shouldn't even be Dor Amarth quests. No, but since they're listed there, I want to clear them. I'm changing my mind again. Changing my mind again. Because I forgot that they're actually listed as Dor Amarth quests in my quest log, and I want to clear that. And while I'm here, since I'm here, I'll talk to the stable master. Hey there, dude.
Come, come.
Ooh. Speaking of come, we can go from here, huh? Look at that. South Bree? Aldberg? Aldberg always struck me as a very strange hub. Like, why is Aldberg a bigger hub than Edoras? I never got that. But, you know, whatever. 21st Hall, Minas Tirith. Dor Amarth. Cool. Cool. All right. Where's the guy? Whoa. War effort recruiter. Bregdal. Yo.
Eyes up.
Gryfflet 1, it is good to see you again. Yes, I've come to assist you. Later. Okay. And now I've got the spider thread. What am I supposed to be meeting up with what's his face? Atli Spider-bane? Okay. Oh, hang on a second. It's over that way. The changing of the map was confusing me. There we go. All right. Where's my vector cuts? Right here, right? Somewhere? All is quiet here. Oh no, I'm patrolling. Okay. All is so quiet here that I'm going to go all the way back up to Dingarth. Oh, I was kind of hoping I could actually milestone while riding. That would have been boss right there. Okay. So now we're, right down here. Okay, as soon as I get this pseudo vector quest out of the way, it'll be on to Aiglos and my last 6 pages. So I'm gonna need help because I've been almost everywhere. No, I've been pretty much everywhere in Dor Amarth, and I've done all the quests, but I still have 6 pages missing. So I suspect they're somewhere hideously concealed in the landscape. So, and I still have plenty of time to find them. Oh, good. Found more nothing. And now I have to find some more nothing in this direction. So, I will need... I'll go ahead and do the Aiglos quest first, before I do the pages. But then I'll need your help. 1, 2, 3, 9, 13, 14. Those are the ones I need. There's one! I see a swarm of spiders. Yeah, but more importantly... I found a shadowed page! Wow, ask and ye shall receive. Okay. It is true that one of the things I have not done... Hooray! That was number 14.
With a Nazgul, the great Lord Sauron's most powerful servants made. Each in his own keep in Mordor they dwelled, and in Minas Morgul they gathered, a fell and terrible host.
Okay. Let's go... Oh, I have to stand here and just fight spiders randomly? And I was just paying attention to my page. I didn't even notice the spider quest wasn't over yet. All right. Don't flee. Okay. We're good. Defeat the spider swarm. Okay. Oh, look, here comes another one. All right. I need to find bridges over lava flows, huh? Okay. It's more of a spider queue than a spider swarm, exactly. Oh, look at you spotting me already. I'm in combat with what? There's not like a boss spider coming at the end? Oh, hi. No, just another ambusher. Okay. Good, I can go now. Alright. I'm gonna milestone again. Because I don't want to... I can't? Oh, yes, I can. I don't want to walk all the way down there. Okay. There we are. Oh, that was convenient.
We are Gondor's eyes and Gondor's swords in this place.
You have successfully fended off a group of spiders descending the Morgai. I am glad you were our first line of defense. The scuttling creatures are no match for you, but I feel like I'm being condescended to. A little bit by Ingold there. Okay, this quest could have been an email. Okay, and there we go. No replacement quest. All right. All right. Our quest list is genuinely diminishing. Okay. Gryfflet's going to saddle up and he's going to head back across. So let me finish my final thoughts on Sauron, Morgoth, and dragons. So as I said, we don't know exactly how dragons were made, but I'm sure it was a job of work, right? You've got to probably make a gigantic beast, and then you have to infuse it with an intelligent fell spirit, which Tolkien describes Glaurung as having, for instance. So So yeah, there's a lot involved in that, and there's little evidence that Sauron could do that, because again, he is so much smaller than Morgoth, and he so if he'd tried, he might have diminished. And also another thing, Sauron watched what happened to Morgoth. Morgoth grew lesser and more nihilistic and self-destructive as time went on. There's every reason to think that Sauron kind of learned a lesson from watching Morgoth and was like, I'm not going to do that, right? However, he still wanted dominion, just like Morgoth did. And so the Ring of Power was essentially... so on the one hand, you can't, like... Again, it's like the law of the conservation of energy or something like that, right? Like, if you want to exert your will to dominate all things, to like force them to, to compel them to obey you and to serve you and to be under your control, like, you can only do that in Morgoth style. Like, it's not that Morgoth was an idiot, right? And, did it a stupid way. So Sauron had a clever plan, and the ring was his clever plan. It was still a risk, but he put his spirit, the vast part of his spirit, into the ring. And this enabled him to use the ring then to dominate, but without... So it was like a technological advance, right? Like, I can do this whole distributing of myself to dominate others more effectively and more efficiently, with less reduction to myself, so long as the ring endures, and so long as I retain control of the ring, right? But when he lost the ring, he lost control of a great deal of his power, and when the ring is destroyed, that power is gone, and he becomes immediately far lower than like Morgoth ever became, essentially. Anyway, so if he'd made dragons, he would have dispersed too much of himself in doing that. There wasn't as much of him to go around in the first place. Morgoth, Sauron was starting off with as much juice as Morgoth had, after, Morgoth could have distributed 99% of himself, could have spent 99% of himself, spreading it out throughout Arda, and he still would have been more powerful than Sauron on his best day. So... Okay, so these aren't the bridges that we're talking about, because I've been over these bridges a bunch of times. Yeah, Phil, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Given the relative power level, there might not have been enough of Sauron to make even one dragon. Yes, I think that's very likely. Notice that Gandalf suggests that Sauron might have gained control, or gained influence at least, over Smaug. But I think, he talks about how Sauron might have deployed Smaug. But I think the evidence suggests that Sauron would have been unlikely to be able to dominate Smaug, and would probably have had to attempt merely to influence him. There's our pinnacle of stone, with a nice elvish spear on top. So what am I supposed to do? Return here and do what? Okay. There seems to be a large group of Black Númenóreans gathered around the spear. Right? Okay, so I am supposed to kill them. All right. Well, they are very thoughtfully sitting one at a time. Yeah, so in this, by the way, I've always liked what they did in the Hobbit movie. That is, suggest contact between Sauron and Smaug. As I think that's exactly what Tolkien was suggesting, more or less. Not that the timing and substance is exactly what they said in the Hobbit movie, but the fact that that would have been one of the main things that Sauron was doing or attempting to do, I think is pretty clear. Okay, I think there's another shadowed page up in the northeast. Let's see, let me get these guys here. Once I finish all my quests, I'll be 100% focused on the literary work. Okay, confront a devoted. What, like, talk to him? Can I do that? I don't understand what it means by confront. Like, I just killed 6 of them. I killed this guy too? What did that accomplish? Maybe there's this. Oh wait, see a wounded devoted on. Okay, there is a specific one I meant to confront. Where'd he go? He's over on this side. There we go. Hey, man. What's the story?
You there?
Sauron is alive, you fool. That is, the Dark Lord shall return. The Order of the Eye shall see to it. I see what you did there. That was good. The devoted member of the Order tries to move and winces. Do you know the greatness of Sauron? The day comes when those who seek to topple all the Dark Lord has accomplished shall beg for forgiveness. I think this has been a productive conversation so far. That's it? I knew that they were fanatical and hoping for the return of Sauron. That doesn't seem to have moved things forward very much, but that's okay. My question is what they're doing here, specifically. Well, that's okay. I've got another little cluster of them here, and I can... But they're all keeping a very admirable distance from each other. Oh. You spotted that? Okay. That was what? Oh, that was 3. And 4. Okay. Now where's Legolas? He's down here. Legolas not getting his hands dirty with the fanatics here. Here he is. All right, what do you say, Legolas? Shall we scale up and find Aiglos?
What have you learned from these men around the spire?
They worship Sauron, but he is dead. Well, if you're surprised by this, I'm not. You explain that the men call themselves the Order of the Eye, and that they seem to believe they possess the power to restore the Dark Lord. Certainly they are delusional with hopes of grandeur and power. They hold on to what is certainly lost. What is left for them here in Mordor, and why do they worship the spear of Aiglos? Well, I was attempting to ascertain that.
You spoke to one of these devoted of the Order, yes?
Perhaps we should find why they pursue this mighty spear of the elves. We must not let Aiglos fall into their hands. None but Gil-galad would be worthy to hold the spear. It is said that Aiglos can be touched by few, for the spear's power is great. All right, let me go back to my new friend over here.
Halt and listen.
You confront the devoted member of the Order of the Eye and ask him why they seek the spear. You know not the story. Indeed, you are a fool, but I shall enlighten thee. In Sauron's great trickery, an elf bearing this mighty spear fell into the Dark Lord's trap. The elf perished, releasing the spear from his grasp. Many thought the spear lost, but it was not, for the Dark Lord knew of it. When his strength returned, Sauron retrieved the spear and kept it high in his tower, as a remembrance to all who dare defy his rule. Rabachor, the leader of our sect, shall soon scale the spire and hold the spear in his hands. You decide you must find this Rabachor and show the Order of the Eye that the spear can never be wielded by them. Okay, but how did it get up on the spire? If he had it in the tower, how did it get from tower to spire? Okay, Rabachor's over here. I'm confused. Maybe it got flung down when the tower exploded, Drow Snake, and happened to land just here. Rabachor, wait, I remember him. He's the guy down on the beach, right? I mean, the fire beach. Yes. I remember the named guy. We passed by and I was like, hey, what's up with that named guy? We don't have a quest for him. The shadowed page, there's a shadowed page up here? Oh, up here by where Aiglos is. Yeah, I'll look around for it up there. There's not another one down here, is there? Okay. Oh, there he is. Find and defeat Rabachor. Collect a corrupted trinket. Hey there, Rabachor. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Bring the corrupted idol near Aiglos. Okay. So, I have to say, I should say that I understand that, like, Lotro quest text is already considerable, and, you know, game developers feel a pressure to keep the text down as much as possible, you know, because they want to maintain the narrative, but they don't want to, you know, present you with a wall of text every single time, and I get that. And I know that I am in the minority of game players who wants, like, as much text as possible. The higher the text to game ratio, the better I am pleased, and that's not usual, and so I get that. However, this feels to me really underexplained. I don't love it when quests like this happen. So, like, notice, I was just sent and told to collect a corrupted thing. Where that never came up. It never came up in the text. It never came up in dialogue. I was just told to go find that guy. And I found that guy, and, like, while I was there, apparently I grabbed a thing. And now, without being told, and without reading any text or anything like that, now I just, like, somehow instinctively know that I'm supposed to bring it near to Aiglos. Like, why? What will that accomplish? How would I know to accomplish that thing in that way? How can I get up on this spire? Hating platforming as I do. Okay. Right. I can't seem to get up this way. Can I get up the other side? This looks like the approach, but... No? So it's not this way, apparently. Whoa! I'm holding it up to the goal of Aiglos. I don't even see Aiglos. Oh, there it is. Okay. I have no idea what happened. Or why. Hey, Mr. Wounded, could you explain what that thing was and what just happened? And
Heed me.
it cannot be. You held the sacred idol of our sect up to the spear, and now it is gone. Why would Sauron keep such an object of destruction when we could never use it? You tell the devoted member of the Order to share what he has seen today. Nor no more will we worship such a horrid object. I feel sickened being near to it. If only I had the strength to slay you. Oh, you know. Woulda, coulda. All right. Okay, Legolas.
I am not sure if we should scale the spire either.
I'm not sure I can. I have been thinking about it and would like to speak with Hithgol. Let us return to him and hear his thoughts on the matter. I know we have come all this way, but you must trust me, as I have trusted you many times. Now let us depart. Okay, Legolas. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna mithril coin over there. Oh, I'll be back. I'll be back. Sorry. Yeah. I apologize. I'm focused. I'm questing here.
My Gavanen.
Legolas has spoken to me and explained why we must not retrieve the Spear of Aiglos from atop the spire it rests upon in Dor Amarth. Though it pains me not to remove the sacred weapon of elves from Mordor, I must agree with him. Aiglos has given hope to those of elves and others in this company. The spear has become a beacon in Mordor, a banner planted, to show all those that the time of darkness in Mordor is at a close. Okay. The light of Aiglos will show the way for us and strike fear in those who believe they lay claim to the plains of Gorgoroth. Perhaps one day we will be able to construct a monument to Gil-galad and to all elves who fought valiantly against Sauron here in Dor Amarth, where Aiglos lies. Cool. Okay, I do have some motes of enchantment here, so I should equip that baby. Hang on. And go. Yeah, that's a little better. Just a little bit, though. Okay. It's almost inventory time again, I see. Okay, and there it is. And so now I know. I'm sorry, Phil. I have to go all the way back now to look for pages. But that's okay. It is now. I am now totally focused on page hunting. It's page hunting time. Okay. So, I want to go back up that area up there where there's at least one more page. Meanwhile, can I approach the mountain from the west? Are these bridges that are marked there? Oh, this is going to be such a nightmare. That's okay. We're going to go and we are going to climb up around Mount Doom. Okay, so we're going to approach here from the west. So what is... All right. Okay, so those little bits are the bridges. So I am now preparing. There's that camp I haven't been to yet, because I got no quests for it at all. The entire time I was here. Wait a second. Have I... No, that's not what I want. No, that's not what I want either. Have I completed the deeds? Okay, I did complete the quest of Dor Amarth. Quest of Dor Amarth deed. 40 of 40. Oh, yes. Okay. I love the butter and bread that they give you when you get to 111th level. It's so awesome. All right. Now, to find the lost pages, I shall roam the wilderness until I find lost pages. Oh, hey, look, it's the cross-country team. Okay, so if I come at the mountain this way, I will soon not be able to go anywhere, I think. Unless that's a path. Alright, I'm done war steeding. Okay. Should I go up this way? What's up here? But I feel like I just got a big, huge dose of shadow, which suggests to me that I'm about to pass out of Dor Amarth entirely. Look at all these orc camps up here that my quests were totally ignoring. Uh-oh, Drake. And I'm under level for these dudes. Well, yes, I am. Wow. This is a sudden jump. Yeah, this is all headed south. I don't like my odds of shadowed pages here. Yeah. Okay. No, so this is an extension of Talath Urui, right? Even though it's technically in Dor Amarth. Okay, page number 9 is in a camp on the north side of the road? What? How is it possible? I gotta go around the drakes. Okay, please, can we... The orcs up here are the dailies for when you're done with Mordor? Okay. Alright, so... Alright, so not up this way. Let's... keep looking. Which camp north of the road? How far east is it? Oh man, that Drake is right in the annoying spot. I should go back to Blazronk. Oh, I'm almost there. Isn't that this? Yeah. Oh, please. Okay. So, up to Blazronk. Okay, north and a bit west of there, huh? Okay, so I assume that page 13 is up north of where Aiglos was. And for my sins, I will wait until the end to get that one. I'm determined to get 1 through 3 and just embrace the annoyance. Okay, north and west. Here's Blazronk. North and west. Is it near the entrance of these stairs up onto that? Ooh. Ulugroth, a named Cargul, except he's not a Cargul. What's the word for orange? Oh, who's that guy? Is he some kind of threat, roving or otherwise? It can't be up these stairs. I was up and around and everywhere on these. Maybe it's on the stairs. Oh man, I was really hoping I was done with Ghost Town here. I love it that I could actually throw sand in the incorporeal eyes of this fell spirit. That was fun. Why am I suddenly under level here too? I've never been here? I feel like I'm playing 2nd edition D&D and have suddenly like been drained levels or something. I mean, I've been in this area for ages and I had to freeze myself to stop going over level. Like to stop myself at 5 above. Yikes. Getting killed one-on-one by these guys, in part because my shadow is so bad. I see. No, I haven't been here. You're right. It looks like the other ghosty town, but that's over here. That's this one. Yeah, this is a fellowship area, right? That I am currently soloing. Look at that! The shadow here is ridiculous. Holy cow. Let me try to help that a little bit, at least. Can I draw just one of these guys? And that... So the page is up at the top of this place? And I can't stealth past these guys? Because they're ghosts with auras. And that guy's hitting me from a distance? Oh, man. What the heck? This is awful. At least I got that one guy. Okay, maybe I can do it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yikes. This place is a nightmare. But, you know, page number 13 is worth it. You have to do what you have to do. Oh, and they're regenning now, for crying out. Okay. I might need help with this one. I mean, this is a fellowship area, in my defense. Yeah. No, I didn't. Page 13 is... It says I'm still missing page 13. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Man, oh man. This is like the perfect storm for, like, causing Gryfflet troubles. Because not only is it over level and he can't take them all on alone, but it's also... I can't stealth past him. Okay. It's just up the stairs and around the corner, right? Yeah, so I'm missing 9 and 13. 9 and 13, as well as 1 through 3. Okay. I just have, like, very little impact on this guy. And they have huge impact on me. Well, at least I killed him before I was killed by bats. Where's the bat? I can't even target the bat. Okay, well, maybe this will work. Oh, sure, he goes away. Come on, come back, come back, come back. Yes. Okay. Now, quick, run up past this before they regen. Now, this is tricky. All right. Yeah, exactly. I know with this much shadow, the combat is ridiculous. Okay. I'm regrouping. My morale is horrible. My hits are terrible. My vulnerability is huge. Come on. Yes. All right. Fine. If I can just kill this one guy. Oh, and that other is going to wander over here. Of course he is. Well, the shooter guys die faster, it seems. Can you still shoot me around the corner? Yes. There it is. There it is.
Timeless and changed were the 9 Nazgûl.
That was 9.
Their old names forgotten, their old titles and reigns turned to dust. New names they would earn for their deeds in Sauron's service.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So, page 13. It's not in here, right? I can get out of here? That was an infiltration. So 13 better not be up here. Okay. I am out of here. Goodbye, everybody. I'm waving goodbye to all the fell spirits on the way out. Okay. So, yikes. I won't miss that place. Okay. Phew. Okay, make due east from Blazronk, huh? Alright. Here we are. It's gonna be worth it, man. I'm gonna get a whole book that tells me the story of the emergence of the Nazgul. Alright, I'm heading straight east. Except going around the Drake here. Okay. Here we go. I think I need to go... What, do we need to go down here? Across that bridge? Gotta make for that bridge. Okay, there's the bridge. It's the lava bridge. All right. Okay, so there's another, right, okay, another bridge, and then south. All right. Gryfflet participates in the worst scavenger hunt of all time. Okay. All right. South. On this peninsula, where it has no business being. Okay, there's another one. There's another bridge. Is there a page here on the peninsula? There's a treasure catch, as if anybody cares. Okay, cross the next bridge. There's another bridge. Okay. I was over here before, wasn't I? Hunting something or other. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going around. And another bridge. Okay. I got it. Yes.
When the great, mighty, and inimitable Lord Sauron first laid claim to the lands of Mordor, he didst reshape the slopes of Uruthuin and form Samath Naua, the Chambers of Fire.
Well, that was one. So I keep following this path, huh? So is this the route? Up to the Samath Naua? If so, then this field trip is kind of worth it, I will admit. Right, it zigzags. Okay, I see the zigzagging across the lava pit there. All right, if this is just a... Ooh, yeah. Okay. And the pages are still up here. Okay. Well, if we can discover the Sammath Naur, then that's pretty cool. All right, well, this is not as bad as I thought. I was expecting that it was like spelunking, like when I was looking for the, you know, what was it, lizard eggs or whatever it was I was looking for. That was super annoying. But this is just finding the secret path up the mountain toward the Sammath Naur, which is cool. Oh, right, the spear shape. Okay, gotcha. Looks like we're headed that direction, so that's good. Drowsnake, I agree. I don't know what they use for paper for these pages, but it's pretty heavily fire resistant. Oh, it's only still have half an hour to find the 3 pages, and if 3 of them are just on this path, then well, that makes so much more sense. It restores my faith. Because I thought that they were just strewing the pages in like random places in the rocky crags that are super difficult to navigate around, which is just mean. Because usually they put them, I mean, like in doing Udun, just in fulfilling the quests, I basically, found all of them, or almost all of them, just naturally in the course of following the quest. You know, which is what I would expect. Okay. We're still just heading up here. Aha!
Deep in Sammath Naur, amongst the fire and the dark, in the forge of his own devising, the Dark Lord wrought the One Ring, the one to rule all others.
Okay. Yeah, it's another 115 area, but at least these are orcs, and I can generally stealth past them. Okay, here we go. I assume I keep going and I'll find page 3, because we're in order now. Oh, wait. I don't go in here? I go east from here? Okay. Well, I can't say I'm disappointed to not get into trouble in there. Okay. So I can go east from here? Huh. Right, I came up from down there, and then I go this way. Okay. So that's just like some kind of stronghold, which, the invasion of which is purely, delightfully, and refreshingly optional for, you know, the literary connoisseur who wants to collect all the pages. Okay. For the dailies again. Gotcha. Okay. Well, this is heading towards Sammath Naur anyway. Okay. Hark! There it is! Yes.
Long in sight, deep in cunning, did he don the One Ring. with his newfound power, made war against the elves, and therein seized the 9 rings and the 7.
And this is a dead end? Because this is the way to get to the Samath Naur, but the volcano erupting took it down, so you can't get there anymore? Is that true? Can you walk to the Samath Naur still? Can I climb there? Since I'm up this far, I'd kind of like to see the Samath Naur, but I can't. I mean, I know I kind of did in the, in the instance at the Black Gate. How do we go anywhere? Oh, are these stairs? No. No, it's not really stairs. It's just a cliff. All right. Okay, so now I just go back to the plain, right? So where's 13? Is 13 the one that's up in the north? I could easily believe that. Like, is 13 back up here? It would have been really cool if we could. It's on the road south? Really? Okay. Well, let me take the fast route down. Let's see. Where are we now? Wow, way over there? Oh, well, that's okay. All right. So 13 is on the road south, which I was too focused on something else to even notice it, apparently. And that's it. We are moments away. Moments. One more page. Oh, yes. One more page and I'm done with Dor Amarth completely. Okay, it's a bit north of the Magashtu stablemaster, huh? Oh, the one that I just met? Like the one I could return to by going back to Dingarth instead of dismounting like I just did for some reason. Let's take the stablemaster, since I did in fact meet him. All right. And then it will be off to Lhingris. Which is it? Magashtu. That's the one. Okay. So we've done it. Well, we've almost done it. In a moment we will have done it. But wait, I'm going to have to go back and get my book bound, aren't I? Okay, so it was just north of here, was it? It's right by the road? There it is, in fact. Must have gotten it mixed up with that Skarn deposit.
The Lord of the Nazgul, who wields the sorcerous power of the Ring Uri, the Heartstopper, was titled Witch King of Angmar, and justly so, for Angmar quivered under his wrathful gaze.
The story is complete. These accounts were written by Dulgabeth, the Black Word. He must have held the Nazgul in high regard, despite them being his rivals for Sauron's attention. You can't help but wonder if the conquest of Gorgoroth would even have had a chance if the Witch King and the others still lived. Hopefully, this is the last we hear of the 9 Rings as well. Oh, so I don't have to go get it bound? I just have it bound automatically? What are these? Relics of the Last Alliance? Okay. And what is this? A copy of the book? And... oh, a decoration. Okay. Story time. Now I want to read it all in order. It's funny to me that you can't trigger the voiceover. I mean, they did the voiceovers. Here we go. When the great, mighty, and inimitable Lord Sauron first laid claim to the lands of Mordor, he didn't reshape the slopes of Orodruin and form Samath Naur, the Chamber of Fire. He didn't. Oh, he ditched. Oh, come on, it's not ditched. He did. The ST ending is second person. Whatever. I was like, he didn't, whatever you think he did, that he didn't do that. Okay. Deep in Samath Naur, amongst the fire and the dark, in the forge of his own devising, the Dark Lord wrought the One Ring, the one to rule all others. Long in sight, deep in cunning, did he don the One Ring, and with his newfound power made war against the elves, and therein seized the 9 rings and the 7. Then to Rhûn and Harad Sauron roamed, gifting 6 of the 9 rings to kings and chieftains, yoking peoples and armies under his command. 7 to dwarf lords in their hidden halls. 3 of the 9 yet remained, and these he bestowed upon Númenórean men, proud and tall, who had bowed before him well and faithfully since times of old. But upon the pinnacle of Barad-dûr did Sauron stand, rightful lord of all. He raised the One Ring high, spoke dark words, and a wreath of shadow and storm were all about the tower's top. With the raising of the ring, the 9 kings, all upon their thrones, were called henceforth to the Dark Tower, and lo, they were become wraiths and servants of my lord. One by one the 9 kings abased themselves before their lord and master, for they were Nazgûl, ring-wraiths now, and all marveled at the One Ring's might. Timeless and changed were the 9 Nazgûl, their old names forgotten, their old titles and reigns turned to dust. New names they would earn for their deeds in Sauron's service. The bane of Rhûn, the woe of Khand, the cursed rider, did the Easterling chieftains become. Their rings were Sahla, the cruel one, Adash, the foe-maker, and Orom, the warmonger. The grim Southrun, the high sorcerer of Harad, and the forsaken Reaver were the Southrun's named. Their rings are Juru, the herald of morning, that is, M-O-U-R-N, that's really nice. Herald of Morning, like M-O-R-N, is a nice title, right? But Herald of Morning, less so. Mebat, the Mirth Eater, and Khanto, the Pain-giver. And Númenórean kings became the Black Blade of Lebanon, and the Gloom of Nirn, my favorite Nazgûl, wielding Sapthan, the Fool Stone, and, Niltir, Terror's Sting. The Lord of the Nazgûl, who wields the sorcerous power of the ring, Uri, the Heartstopper, was titled Witch King of Angmar, and justly so, for Angmar quivered under his wrathful gaze. Thus were the Nazgûl, the great Lord Sauron's most powerful servants, made. Each in his own keep in Mordor they dwelled, and in Minas Morgul they gathered, a fell and terrible host. Cool. Cool, so they named the rings, huh? You know, it's kind of too bad that my favorite Nazgûl got, like, the booby prize. Could you imagine if your Ring of Power turned out to be named the Fool Stone? I mean, like, would you feel bad or what? All right. There we go. Dor Amarth, completely finished. The quest's clear. Let's do spiders next. Travel to Lhingris and join Legolas in search of Ungwitari. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. And also, hang on, the epic also. Where'd it go? The Black Book of Mordor. The Valley of Webs. And then the Dreadlands is the next one. And the Gurzul. Okay. Valley of Webs. Find Atli Spider-bane. Great. Excellent. And look at me remembering my epic quest. Woohoo! We are now 2 portions. We're through 2 Mordor areas. Udun and Dor Amarth. There's what, 4 left? Lhingris and Talath Urui. Hang on. Lhingris, Talath Urui, and then Aiglos, right? And that's it. After I finish Aiglos, then I will... that's when they'll ship me out north. As I recall. Very cool. All right. Gryfflet. Gryfflet 1 is making excellent progress here. All right, and I'm going to go up this road to Lhingris. I am prepared to fight lots of spiders for weeks on end. And speaking of weeks on end, I should be here next week. Though the week after that I will be on the way to Texas. But I should be here next week. So we'll get 2 weeks in a row, the end of Dor Amarth and the beginning of Lhingris. Okay, let's see here. So we come up to the backside of Durthang. This is the Durthang road that gets mentioned in the text, the one that we're on right now. And then it's just this valley. And this is the valley they came down. So wouldn't this be the route here among the Morgai? Wouldn't this be the route that Frodo and Sam took down from Morgul, from Tower of Kirith? Because here's the tower. Yeah, they went down here and then they took this road, and that's where they were captured. So I wonder if we are going to come across any evidence of Frodo and Sam's passage. Torek Ungol. Neat. Well, I know that we get sent up here to the Tower of Cirith Ungol and into Shelob's lair, which is Torek Ungol, when we're headed over towards Morgul Vale. But that's later. Okay. Cool. Well, I think, hang on a second, those quests are level 110 and 112, which means I can keep myself unfrozen. I can gain levels again. I can gain levels freely from here for a bit. point of this wall is. I mean, there aren't any actual gates here. It's just a gateway. They just, I like how the bats are just called spider food. Yeah. All right. Unsurprisingly, lots of spiders up here. Oh, there's Legolas in the middle of all the spiders. You found Legolas amid a ruined encampment.
So this is where our adventures have led us.
I am glad you have come, Gryfflet one. Be this the work of Ungwatari herself or that of her terrible children, the spiders of Lhingris are born of some terrible evil. There's one like right next to us here. It's all good. Woohoo! Well, what a fun way to end, by actually gaining a level.
What little light remains here is smothered by webs.
This bodes ill. We have barely stepped into the lands of Lhingris, and no sooner have we found the vile webs of Ungwatari's children. Indeed, I am reminded of the darkest days of Mirkwood. Legolas looks at the fallen orcs. If the spiders no longer fear the orcs, I doubt they shall remain in the shadows of Lhingris much longer. Their prey is plentiful, and no longer guarded by the might of the Dark Lord. I cannot discern whence these orcs came, for their armor is ruined and wreathed in webs, but to know it may help us to learn how they found their way into Lhingris. I shall work to free these from their webs and uncover their heraldry, but would you examine the slain orcs on the road? Perhaps some have met with a less gruesome fate. Maybe. Seems like poor odds to me, but... No, I don't need to participate in the spring festival. Thank you. Okay. Now, before I start looking for orcs on the road, let me find Atli, because I have a shrewd suspicion that Atli is going to set me to killing X number of spiders, and so I might as well get that quest before I get too carried away here. I see him. Oh, Atli, this is like your favorite place in the world, right? Ah, do you smell that?
Smell that? That is the reek of spider you smell.
Mm-hmm. Every one of the creatures has a different and distinctive odor, and they are all most foul. When you have fought the terrors for as long as I have, you learn to identify such things. We can handle my business first, and then continue on to yours. Let us slay spiders, as many as we can. Then we will find this tower you seek. Hithgol, did you say? Why am I seeking it again? We will go there when we have left a trail of dead spiders behind us, and when we come back this way, we can tread upon them like a carpet. Ha ha! Okay. As I thought. Defeat 12 spiders. Just the quest I expected from you, Atli Spider-bane. Okay. I've got like 3 minutes. I feel like I should stop and start my Lhingris now that I have them all queued up and ready to go. Orcs on the road, spiders everywhere. Yeah, no shortage of spiders. Actually, this does a great job of outlining the path. There's not much area here. The Lhingris stuff shouldn't take that long. There's not too much distance to cross. Okay, anyway. We will stop here, and next time we'll see how far we can get into Lhingris. And then head to Talath Urui and continue our Widdershins trip around Mordor here. Fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, no, I'm sure Lhingris won't take too long, Phil. It'll be over quick. I'm confident. I'm confident. All right. Thanks everybody for joining me today. I'll be back. I should be back next week, as far as I know. See you guys soon. Stay tuned for Druid's Fire. Thanks everybody. Bye now. Thanks for joining in on my rambles around Standing Stone's brilliant digital adaptation of Tolkien's world. If you enjoy these adventures, please consider supporting this and other entertaining educational programming by donating at signumuniversity.org/fund.